Hey everybody, Ronaldo Woffman here, Gear It First. Now if you've watched my videos for quite some time, you know that I always talk about branding. Branding is key, letting people know who you are either through the way your setup looks or obviously through your company name. But you don't want to have a big old banner or some giant sign hanging behind you because it looks tacky. But it's not about having your name that's displayed that's tacky, it's how it's displayed. When you think about it, right here alone, I'm advertising Apple, there's a logo there. Odyssey's logos there, Reloop's logos here, Pioneer logos there, Yamaha logos, ADJ. There's logos everywhere except my own. So as DJs, we all know the number one way to advertise is our laptop. Now a while back, I did a video on a laptop skin from a company that I absolutely loved, but they're no longer in business. And what I found out is that most laptop skin companies suck. Either they take forever to get back with you, they give you a crappy template, or, especially if you're in Florida where the sun's just brutal, the colors fade after a while if you do a lot of outdoor events. Or for example, in the case of mixer skins, after a while, everything started fading off. I had a hard time finding somebody that I liked. And then I gave 12-inch skins a try. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. The price is a little bit up there compared to some of the local made skins, but there's a reason for it. So let's take a look at some of these offerings that 12-inch skins offer because they do so much more than just skins. And then we'll talk a little bit about the quality and how it's held up the last 6 months. This is Ronaldo with Gear It First. The thing that I really like about 12-inch skins is their website. Straight up honest. It's the most important part when you're ordering skins because you got to make sure, one, that it's easy to navigate and that you get the right skin and the right template. So before I found 12-inch skins, I went through 2 other major skin manufacturers and I needed just a simple template for the 2012 MacBook Pro. I had a template from my other one, but everybody has a different template to some degree. They never even got back to me and the other company's like, well, we don't have that. Okay, I get it. It's a 6-year-old laptop. But guys, we know the 2012 MacBook Pro is one of the best MacBook Pros, and I'll cover that in a rant in a later video. But going on, they didn't have it. 12-inch skins not only had it, but they also had it for this part here. So I thought that was pretty cool. They also had tons of skins for the mixers. Now I have the Pioneer S9, and I definitely wanted to get a skin for it. Not really the branding as much as I remapped all the buttons, every function, and I wanted to make sure that if, God forbid, something happened to me and somebody jumped in, they would know what each button did. So I wanted to relabel that. Obviously, I wanted to put my name on it as well. It's more than just skins. They have a full faceplate for the actual S9. They have faceplates for techniques and just all sorts of different stuff besides just a peel-on skin. So if you completely want to redo your mixer, this is a great way of doing it. But it's more than just making your brand stand out. It's about keeping your equipment in pristine shape. We all know the Pioneer S9 is a very sought-after mixer still. It's still up there in price, and it still sells, at the time of this video, for not much less than what you can buy it new. However, there are other mixers coming out, and I may want to upgrade. And if I upgrade, well, if I never got a skin on it, we all know that the little paint around here, doesn't matter what mixer you have, the paint around the crossfader always fades out. At least with the 12-inch skins, I can peel it off. It peels off nice and clean, and I have a pristine looking mixer. Same thing with my MacBook Pro, and this is one of the things I've always pushed on having skins. If I peel this off right here and here, this is gonna look brand spanking new because I've always had a skin on it. And it's really good not only for resale value, but to make sure your stuff looks right. Now, I got these skins months ago. And the reason that it took me so long to review it, just like everything else, I wanted to torture it. I wanted to make sure this was going to work. So how did I torture it? Well, first of all, I live in Florida where it's humid, and more humid. Anything that sticks usually peels out after a while. And you can see here that this has lasted, the colors have not faded, and there's nothing peeling off, which I can't say for too many skin manufacturers. None of the colors have faded. It looks like the very first day that I applied it. That's great. But it's not just a vinyl stick-on, it's almost like a plastic feel. I did have a couple of times when I had bubble fluid and stuff on it. I just took a wet rag, cleaned it off, and it took it like a champ. I'm not sure if they claimed this is waterproof or not. I haven't seen it on their website, but I can tell you from experience, wet rag, even a little bit of soap, it's perfect. The paint doesn't run, it's beautiful. But the other thing that's really important is that I do have laptop lids that are complete solid because there are times that I don't want to advertise, that I'm a DJ or I don't want my skin showing at all for whatever reason. Maybe I need my laptop to be all black if I'm using it for an actual production and I'm back of house. So I've got the laptop lid that constantly snaps on and off, and even with that, this thing took the abuse. But now let's take a look at the skin over here for my Pioneer S9. So this is the Pioneer S9. A couple of things that I want you to notice. Absolutely zero marks, wear and tear around where the crossfaders and volume faders are. I often have my hand here, and again, Florida, hot, sweat. You don't see any kind of sweat runoff. You don't see any marks, anything like that. But take a look at this, guys. I have not dusted my system in about 2 or 3 weeks, and you can see here, my rear loops that have no skin on them, they are dusty as all get out. I did not pre-dust this. There's no dust. It's an anti-static type of plastic, it seems. Wonderful. So now I'm gonna wind up getting a skin for my rear loops. I don't care, it doesn't have to have a pattern at all. They can look exactly the same. I like the all black look, but I don't want to have to dust my system. The last thing that we want before the gig is to sit there and clean it up, but a dusty system makes it look like you haven't used it in a while, and we definitely don't want that. Even though technically it's the opposite, people think that, oh, it's dusty, you haven't used it. No, I use it every day, and base shakes dust. But just something to keep in mind is that it's much easier to keep your system clean. So I was really happy that they used, obviously, some sort of anti-static, and it just looks brand spanking new, like the way that I got it. Now, when you go to the website, lots of templates, and their instructions are very specific. Do not screw up the instructions or the template, because it's not going to be their fault if you mess up. And if you don't understand instructions, or better yet, if you don't understand graphic design, hire a professional. This is your image that we're talking about. Now, I did my own graphics, but I have experience with graphic design. I made sure that everything was going to be color matched the way I did it. And you know what? These people nailed it. If you see my videos, you know that I witch about printing companies that can't color match to the actual color profile that you send them. They did. They told me what color profile to use and everything, what would be a perfect black, and it's beautiful. It's exactly the way that I wanted it to look, exactly the way that I designed it on my monitor. So 12InchSkinz, thank you for that. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna be absolutely thrilled, not just having your company name, but having your gear look brand spanking new if you ever have to peel it off. The fact that their website is super easy to use, people there will get back to you, unlike everybody else it seems. You're gonna love it. And remember that when it really comes to, if you do vinyl, they can get the clear vinyl and they can actually customize it with your name. There's so many marketing opportunities for that. Keep in mind, it's all depending on what system you use, your budget, your imagination, whatever, but you're gonna be thrilled. 12InchSkinz is definitely my skin and customization company of choice. My name is Arnaldo Offerman with Gear It First. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Pound that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, do it. Seriously, do it, guy. Hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. Share this with your friends, your other DJ friends, whatever. Check them out and let them know that Gear It First sent you. Thanks so much for watching. Good night and God bless.